On with the show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. Of course, I'm one half of your dynamic duo, the nerds, and I must be the funniest guy alive, and you are.
Nerdette.
Now, you're just cracking up because I was telling you something before the show started, and a lot of people are probably thinking that you're the nice person in this relationship here, but it turns out you're a terrible bitch.
I'm laughing because you're just so fucking miserable, and it makes me laugh.
That's exactly why people need to understand what kind of person I'm living with here.
Mm-hmm.
This is...
The more miserable you are, the funnier it is to me.
I'm telling you, this is the one reason why you stick around, is so you can just twist that knife further into my back. So, how was your weekend? I'm glad I could be your entertainment.
God. It was alright. Didn't do anything. Watched Encanto on Friday. It wasn't that good. But I don't know if it wasn't that good or if it's because I was still so sick that I was like falling asleep halfway. Like I don't know. I was miserable, so it wasn't that good. And then, yeah, that's it. I didn't watch anything. I watched Megan, which was alright.
What did you think about it? I watched it too.
I thought it was alright. It wasn't scary at all.
No.
At all. So, I mean, it was okay.
Yeah, definitely not a scary movie. I enjoyed it. It was better than what I thought it was going to be. I was sitting there. Yeah, I mean, I was sitting there earlier.
I was expecting it to be like some kind of horror film, and it really wasn't at all.
I don't think she could be horrifying because she was a cute little doll. I mean, it was
well, she's a doll that kills people.
But Chucky looked sinister. He wasn't cute. He was sinister. He had that scowl and he had that voice.
Yeah.
This one was like adorable. She was singing Disney songs and shit. I'm like, what the hell? You know, she was like she was doing the cool dance moves. She really cared about the girl. She did what she was supposed to. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've already might have said a little too much. I'm not going to say too much more. But I enjoyed the movie. They can definitely easily do some really cool sequels. And this is one of those horror movies that can kind of transcend horror movies, I think. Because the bad guy doesn't have to look the same in every movie. And you can take this idea and do a million different things with it. It can be. It can be. I mean, you can really make it a scary thing.
Like, I'm horrified with everything.
Yeah.
And not one moment in this whole movie scared me. So, I don't know. Take that, people. I have no idea. Like, it was good. It passed the time. I paid attention the whole time. Like, I wasn't, like, bored. Mm-hmm. I definitely wasn't bored in it. It just, it really wasn't. And the preview was scarier than the fucking movie. Yeah. Because the way the preview made it look, it was just going to be like some horror flick and this crazy ass doll or whatever. And really, it wasn't like that. So maybe just my mind was just like, oh, I'm gonna be horrified and blah blah blah, and like worked myself up, and it was nothing. I don't know, because I tend to do that with fucking movies. So there you go. I didn't get scared. There wasn't even a jump scare. Like there was nothing. But it was good. It was decent.
There was one jump scare. There was one.
There?
The scene with the dog. I'm not going to say anything else. But there was like the one jump scare. I was like, oh shit, something happened real quick. But I really did enjoy this movie. And there's a lot of movies that I don't like. But this one I actually did. And I actually wrote like 3 movies in my head based off of how it ended. I'm like, holy shit. Because if this is nothing but a computer, like... program that can just go rogue on its own because it reads emotions and whatnot. That technology, I'm thinking if we had a real life technology of that right now, you know what people would be doing. I mean, fucking Pornhub would fucking make their own, and you would have real life partners. They would get rid of you having to meet real people. The government would be all over this shit. Why would you get yourself a real girlfriend? Why don't you get someone that can understand you? Why don't you spend $10,000 on this thing? We'll send it to you. You can talk in the accent you want. You can change the color of her eyes, her hair. It comes with different wigs. And it will actually talk to you. It will understand you. Can you imagine a movie if this was an adult version of Megan?
I'm sure they have. Don't they have that?
Well, they have the realistic looking dolls, but nothing that can, I mean, not like how Megan, I mean, that's obviously not here yet, just yet. That kind of technology where it can reach your emotions.
I wouldn't want that.
Hell no, I wouldn't.
Because something like the damn movie would happen.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying a fucking sequel, man. You get yourself a bunch of these things, and that's how you market the next one. Well, the Megan thing, parents would never go for that again with their kids. How about we gear it towards them? There's a whole bunch of horny, fucking lonely people out there. You can even tie COVID into it. They're all afraid to get back out there. Let's send the girls and guys to them. And you got a girl doll and a guy doll, and they're just going fucking murdering people, Or like you have one doll that gets jealous of you actually wanting to meet a real person, and it starts killing people. That would have been see, I love the idea. I'm a big fan of this Megan stuff, so definitely recommend it to people. And everything I said right there is not a spoiler, because that shit is just me speculating on how they could do more movies if they were deciding to do that. But what else you been watching? Anything else?
No. I've got nothing, man. I thought I would have Yellowstone, but that apparently is off until summer. I don't know. This fucking... No, it's not... That's not good. It's not good.
You got 3 sequels to watch.
No, because that one is on fucking hiatus until fucking February. Like, I hate this shit. Like, how do you... Just stop taking breaks. Why do shows take breaks? Just throw it all out there. It's already filmed. It's already done. Just why are we taking a shit ton of breaks?
Well, Walking Dead people got that right. That's one thing they got right, was they knew how to layer their shit out, so you always had that stupid shit to watch on TV. You had The Walking Dead would end, and Fear the Walking Dead, and then that show, that other show, they'd had web shows. You could watch Walking Dead every day and have something new, probably, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Can't do that with these other shows. Why would 1883 and Southland fucking have these damn shows overlapping each other?
I swear you do it on purpose. You do it on purpose.
No, I don't know why. I just really want you to watch Southland with me one day. But seriously, that's how I feel about it. I feel like a lot of these shows are just doing dumb shit now. And I think it's because of COVID. Maybe they had a bunch of backlog shows and they're trying to pump them out now that they can.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. It just feels like the shows compete because you had the one and the other one running concurrently, right? At the same time.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
1923, it just...
Spread it out.
It's back, I think it's February 5th.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like why?
They're burning themselves out too quick.
They should have started it now.
They're burning.
Yeah. I don't know. You're doing. It's weird. It's weird. And now I'm sitting here because like I still have shows on hiatus since before freaking Christmas. Mm-hmm. Like Grey's Anatomy and shit had been off for fucking ever. I feel like, or maybe it was Thanksgiving. I don't even know. That's been off forever. Yeah. I don't like. I don't know. So I'm sitting here. I don't have anything.
Oh, you're welcome, by the way, because I took one for the team yesterday. And we were supposed to watch a show together on Amazon called Peripheral. Yeah. And I took one for the team because I watched the first 4 episodes of it.
4?
Yeah. I tried really hard with this show because I like the premise and I like the actress in there from Kick-Ass. I think she's great. But man, I could not fucking get into it. I tried hard to get into the show.
Yeah, you never give anything 4 episodes ever. It
was so hard to follow. I had no idea what the fuck the show was trying to be. I knew what it was trying to do. I just didn't like how they were trying to do it. And a lot of it just didn't make any sense, and I didn't care to figure it out after like 4 episodes. I only paid attention for like the first 2.5, admittedly, because I got so bored with it. I was just like back and forth with the iPad. I was watching the football games yesterday, and yes, the Giants are still in the fucking playoffs. They beat the Vikings. So holy shit, man! I already knew they were going to beat the Vikings. So I mean, that I even said that a couple days before the game on Twitter. I said this is a very winnable game for the Giants. And
get back to the show. Then you can get back to the football.
The Eagles too, because Jalen Hurts is pretty banged up. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the show sucked. It really did. It tried, had good ideas. It was very ambitious. I know some people love it. It got really good reviews. It just got lost on me. I'm not a big fan of sci-fi, but I did like that idea of the whole AR world, virtual reality, how bad the future is going to be if this is how we go. It just didn't do it for me. I don't know. I just didn't really give a shit. I didn't understand. Like, these guys have like fucking like lights on their arms and shit. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? I don't know, man. It was just really fucking weird. Like the one guy was a slacker and then he was a badass soldier. I'm like, what the fuck is this show about? And I just tuned out of it. So I did give it the old college try. I think 4 episodes was way more generous of my time.
All right, so that's not for me.
A lot of shows, yeah. You wouldn't have liked it. I kind of dug it in the first episode. I'm like, all right. That was before they started introducing all the ambitious shit they tried to do that lost me. The first episode, I was like, all right, this is cool. All right, I can see where this is going. I'm kind of interested. The second episode, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And then the third episode was like, all right, what's going on in the football game? So that was my review of that show. I've been watching a lot of other things, though, on the internet. Did you see this YouTube prank video that's been making the rounds?
No.
Fucking airport, some fucking kid was pranking people, stealing their luggage. Him and a bunch of his friends were fucking like grabbing people's luggage and acting like, oh, it's a prank, it's a prank. Well, one of the guys obviously didn't know it was a prank because for those of you that want to know if these videos are pre-recorded or whatever, like actors or whatever, this one sure as hell wasn't. This is about as real as it gets because the guy grabs his briefcase, he holds on to it, the kid tries to steal it, and then the guy grabs a hold of the guy's like fucking got like those dreadlocks and shit or whatever the hell he had, and the passenger is this old white dude. He's like fucking holding this black kid by the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
And the whole narrative when the video first started was, what's this racist white guy doing to this kid? And then a couple hours later, the story changes. Like, oh, they were pranking him for a show, and this guy just went nuts and berserk, and he lost it. And then just recently, you get another story about what really happened. So they had knives or some shit. They had knives. And they brandished knives and they were scaring people earlier in the day. And then they go inside the airport and they were just fucking around with people. This guy has no idea who these guys are. Just a bunch of kids with cameras and shit, and he's just one fucking dude. It's his luggage. Is he supposed to let them just take it? You know what I mean? It's just the weirdest thing, the reaction to this video. So the kid grabs it. He tries to jerk it away, underestimate. This guy's got old man strength, plus he's afraid, plus his adrenaline's kicking in. He grabs a hold of this kid, and he's screaming for the cops, like, hey, help me with this fucking kid who's trying to steal my shit. The kid's saying, it was a prank, and everyone else is recording the guy as he's understandably pissed off with this kid. He's throwing him around by his fucking head. And the cops arrest him.
Why arrest him?
They arrested him because I guess the mob wins in this case, because the mob sees this kid saying, hey, it was a prank, sir. This guy won't let go of me. Immediately you see a white guy attacking a black kid, and that's how it looks to people that are just showing up and seeing this for the first time. So they're all like, holy shit, that guy's attacking this kid. And that's what you hear in the video, because you don't know what the hell's going on. Like, if I'm walking down the street and I see some dude with a handful of some kid's hair, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is he? Why is he attacking that kid? Not knowing that the kid may have done something to him earlier, you know what I mean? You have to be there for the whole thing. So now they're pressing charges against this guy. Like, what the fuck kind of world are we living in? This guy, these kids should be in jail, not him. You can't just go up to people and say, oh, it's a prank, I'm going to do something horrible to you, and it's okay because it's a prank. Like, no, man, you're fucking bothering people. You're a nuisance. Stealing luggage in an airport, that is a federal crime. You can go to prison for that shit. If people don't know, it's the same thing as stealing mail. That's how they consider it. It's so fucking crazy, man. What a crazy world we live in. If this guy is getting baked online, people are attacking him. Oh, this is justice. It's not fucking justice. What happens if I go to a bank? You don't even need a getaway car anymore. All you got to do is say, guys, if something goes wrong, just tell them it was a prank. And then you just get off scot-free. I mean, like, where do we draw the line with this shit? I know these people want to be fucking woke and virtuous and try to blame race on everything, but when something like this happens, I mean, any fucking justice-minded person would say this guy was in the right to defend this shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't see what the problem. You didn't see this or watch that video or anything? You didn't see it? It's pretty crazy. No,
it's not on any of the websites I go to.
The guy got fucking arrested, man. I know something that you might have heard of. Because I don't want to get too much into that kind of shit, but I do have one for you, because I know that the last time we talked about this, it really made you happy. Did you hear what San Francisco's doing now?
No.
So there's a reparations committee. Of course there is. It's San Francisco. They're discussing $5 million to each longtime black resident in San Francisco.
Why?
Plus total debt forgiveness. Can you imagine $5 million each fucking person? You're going to have dudes that have been sitting on the fucking, corner doing nothing probably. You're going to have some dudes that don't even need it getting it. This is some of the craziest shit. How do you, and I guess the point I'm trying to say is, like, how do you figure out who gets it? Because you're going to have some people that don't need it getting it, some people that do need it getting it.
Where's the money coming from? Who's paying them?
You are. I am. Well, not us, but we will be paying for it if the shit comes to South Carolina. But right now, it's going to be the taxpayers. Crazy fucking story. So this is just a little quick tidbit on here. So these are just some details there. Each black longtime resident gets $5 million each, and total debt forgiveness. So if you owe $50,000, gone, and here's $5 million. That's not money from the money fairy. That's coming from you. And they said that they're going to, and they meaning the Democrats and the idiots that oppose this fucking stupidity that they're trying to throw out there now. We're going to tax big businesses. Oh, it's going to come from the rich. We're going to tax the businesses. And it's like, it doesn't matter. You're going to tax them and they're going to say, we're not paying this motherfucker. They are. So that head of lettuce at Walmart that costs you $6 now due to inflation is going to cost you $10. That's what's going to happen, man. And all the price of your shit's you're paying it regardless. It may not come out of your taxes, but you're paying it.
I don't understand why. Why the fuck do they get $5 million? What the fuck do they do?
This is crazy. This is crazy. So listen to this. You don't even have to be black. You just have to identify. So there's going to be a lot of fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed surfers out there in the West Coast doing those 23andMe's all of a sudden. I mean, this is crazy. And this is due to systematic repression faced by the local black community. So the San Francisco African American Reparations Advisory Committee, which advises the city on developing a plan for the residents there, released its draft report last month to address the reparations. So yeah, this is crazy. A one-time lump sum payment of $5 million to each eligible person. This is, I'm absolutely fucking stunned. $5 million each person. A lot of fucking deadbeats are going to get this money. I mean, that's the same thing. You can change.
You're saying that's a sure thing? Like it's 100 million %.
This is San Francisco. This shit's passing. It's San Francisco, man. I just don't see.
A long time resident.
I don't see how you justify it. So here we go. To be eligible for the program, the applicant must be 18 years old. So that's my first problem. You're 18. You've lived the most privileged life humanly possible. You don't deserve You don't. You don't. I'm sorry. You don't. You're 18 years old. What's the biggest decision you've ever had in your fucking life? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That is fucking crazy. And you have to have identified as black or African American on public documents for at least 10 years. So I guess that idea of the white surfer going on 23andMe is not going to work. All right, bud. They also must prove at least 2 of 8 additional criteria. Choosing from a list that includes born in San Francisco between 1940 and 1996 and has proof of residency in San Francisco for at least 13 years and are the direct descendant of someone incarcerated by the failed war on drugs. So that's the loophole, too. If you say, the war on drugs, you mean, hey, I had an uncle that got busted for pot. Oh. You know what I mean? There's going to be a huge payout here. Listen, here's the kicker. The plan also calls on the city to supplement lower-income recipients' income to reflect the area median income, about $97,000 annually for at least 250 years. So this shit ain't never going to end. 250 years. Do you know what they're doing here? They're not doing this out of any good cause. They're doing this to start a fucking war. This is not good timing to even attempt something like this when you've got everybody, I don't care what your skin color is, suffering because of what they did to the economy over the past few years because of COVID and the lockdowns and whatnot. And now you're going to pick one group of people to get millions of dollars each person, and you're going to flaunt it in front of everyone else's face. That's like feeding one dog in front of another, and they're both starving.
Yeah.
That is going to cause a fucking problem. Can you imagine these fucking dudes? I'm not even trying to be funny here, but like you're fucking driving through the hood and you see these guys playing basketball one day, and the next day they're driving these fucking beautiful fucking cars in the neighborhood, and you're like, what the fuck did you do to get that? That's going to cause people to get pissed. This is not good. And I think they know what they're doing. They're doing this intentionally, man. They're not doing this out of the goodwill of their hearts. This is not good. I mean, fuck, man, if you're going to get the $5 million, fucking get paid. Fucking invest that shit. Do something smart with it. Congratulations, San Francisco, if you're going to benefit from it. But if I got that $5 million in San Francisco, I would get the fuck out of there if I were you. Wouldn't you? Get that $5 million, get the fuck out, because I mean that's just that's not a good place to go, man. You know what would be funny is if all the fucking people that got the $5 million in San Francisco moved to fucking Florida and built really good businesses down there and grew that bitch. That would be the old. You know what? Fuck it.
Do that.
Fuck it. Give them the $5 million and let them start businesses in Florida. There's be a lot of good places to get your hair cut. All right, that's a fucking amazing story. I can't believe it. That is insane.
I don't see that happening.
You don't see it happening?
No, man. It's $5 million. You can't just go around and hand people out.
There's a lot
$5 million.
There's a lot of weird shit going around, man. There's a lot of weird shit. It's all targeted funds. And when you can't do that, in times like this, you starve out the entire world, and you only give one group an astronomical amount of money. What happens if you're a family of 6? You each get fucking $5 million. Got the richest fucking baby. Oh, my baby was just born 3 months ago. $5 million. What the fuck? I mean, this is the world we live in right now. Isn't this crazy? You're going to see a fucking crazy outcome, and it's not going to be good, I don't think, man. People aren't going to be happy about this shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it'll happen. There's no way.
There's a lot of shit that we didn't think was going to happen until it did. So, all right, you want to get into your stuff here?
Yeah. Let's see. All right. What is today? Today is January 16th. I have a lot of days. I'm back to my old website.
Fuck.
So.
All right. This is great.
Get your pen and paper.
Might as well lay down and take a nap. Wiping when it's over, babe.
January 16th is Appreciate a Dragon Day, Blue Monday, Book Publishers Day, Civil Rights Day, Civil Service Day, Elementary School Teacher Day, Idaho Human Rights Day, International Hot and Spicy Food Day, Martin Luther King Day of Service, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, National Crowd Feed Day, National Day of Service, National Fig Newton Day, National Good Teen Day, National Nothing Day, National Without a Scalpel Day, Prohibition Remembrance Day, Psychiatric Technicians Day, Religious Freedom Day, Robert E. Lee Day, and Without a Scalpel Day. That's twice they have that on there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's National Without a Scalpel and then just regular Without a Scalpel Day. Man. I don't know the difference. I have no idea. But there you go. January 17th is Ben Franklin's birthday. Cable Card Day. Customer Service Day. Ditch New Year's Resolutions Day.
I did. I ditched mine the day after it happened. I dropped my I had to.
Hot Buttered Rum Day. International Mentoring Day. Judgment Day, Kid Inventors Day, National Bootleggers Day, National Hotheads Chili Day, Popeye Day, Printing Ink Day. Are you laughing?
I was just thinking about Judgment Day, so I started going into an Arnold Schwarzenegger diatribe in my head.
Rid the World of Fad Diets and Gimmicks Day. And there you go.
Is it too late for me to return and do an exchange of my New Year's resolution?
Dude, you returned it the week before New Year's.
No, well, it didn't count then because I never actually opened the package because it wasn't New Year's yet. So do I get a return on mine and can I change it?
Oh my God. What
can
are you
I change it
to?
You know what I'm going to change it to? I'm going to change it.
We can't be
I can't change
be a
myself.
nice person anymore. So
no, you know what? I can't change who I am. I'm 40 years old. I've tried to be nice. You know what my New Year's resolution is going to be? Just to be happy with who the fuck I am, and just and just deal with it, and just be like, hey man, this is as good as it gets. Sorry. One day you'll be dead and your brain will shut off. Who knows, man? I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna be like that. I think I'm just gonna be happy with who the fuck I am. I can't change it, man. I can't. I'm just who the fuck I am. So that's my New Year's resolution, and I think that should be everybody's. Just be happy who the hell you are. And I know who's happy that you are who you are. And that's our friends over at Built Bar because they really love your segment and they have something special for everyone out there. Are you a fan of yogurt by any chance?
I love yogurt.
You do? What's your favorite flavors?
Strawberry banana. Oh my God, Strawberry banana is so freaking good.
Well, Built has white chocolate strawberry, white chocolate blueberry as well. Some Built bars in stock, and they are absolutely amazing. Because you got the white chocolate and you got the blueberry flavors in this one. And you got to think of it this way: you get those taste together, it's just like yogurt. You know, it's got that really rich, creamy texture to it. It's just delicious, man. These bars are really, really good. I know, and they're very good for your gut too.
I haven't had yogurt in years. Yogurt is so good.
Yeah, it's got that good gut bacteria or some shit. I don't know. I'm trying to sound smart here, but this one's packed with over 15 grams of protein, only 150 calories, and granola, so it'll keep you nice and energized when you're working out and staying lean. You can go to Built.com right now and use our code VOMShow to save 20%. They upped it because you guys love these bars so much on any order. And they love your segment. Did I tell you that yet?
No.
Well, they really do. They love your fucking segment. I don't know why, but they fucking do. I'm sure they're going to be happy that you found your old site, too, when I fucking thought they got rid of it.
I got all the days now.
All my letters to Google saying they were saying weird shit.
I am good until November.
I got them taken down. Damn it.
This website hates November, apparently. I don't know why.
No, maybe they take vacation.
Yeah, they must.
Like normal people do. All right, so today is January 16th, which means it's someone's birthday out there, and Florida man came prepared because the Lord told him to. This is some weird shit right here, man. So, I have a thing with religion, like a love-hate relationship with religion. I'm not a fan of it. I'm a fan of personal belief in relationships. Some people just get a little too wrapped up and they go fucking nuts, you know, and this guy is one of them. His name is James Mucciacchio. He's of Deerfield Beach, Florida. I'll never say his name right again, so please don't ask me. He drove his Ferrari 360 off the end of a dock in Palm Beach after a confrontation with a police officer. A more recent report on the incident has outlined his motivation to be religious in nature. So he was, oh my God, he was rummaging through his car with the car parked on the public Palm Beach dock on December 26th when he was approached by a police officer who told him he couldn't park there.
Yeah, that's a weird spot to park.
Yeah, it is. He reportedly apologized, telling the officer he was waiting for a friend to pick him up and backed off the dock. Instead of cooperating with his car out of the way, he accelerated back down the dock. I'm trying so hard not to say that name again because I nailed it once. I don't think I can do it again. He pitched the supercar off the end and into 30 feet of salt water. Mucciacchio escaped the vehicle before it sank and was rescued by two fishermen who turned Mucciacchio... See, I fucked up. I should have not tried. Over to the waiting policeman. The officer then asked him what compelled him to sink his Ferrari, and he reportedly told the officer, an Egyptian who didn't believe in Jesus. Jesus told me to drive through a small gate and into a 6-foot window, he told the police officer. Jesus made me the smartest man on earth, and it's so hard to have this much responsibility. You can only imagine. Money is going to be irrelevant in 2 days. Remember to smile. That was his exact quote. Police recovered the sunken Ferrari shortly thereafter and discovered that the car's plate was registered.
Just driving your car off a freaking dock.
Yeah.
Into the ocean.
I mean...
For, like, no reason at all. Just, like, this is what I'm going to do today.
I think that would be the least of your concerns and worries if you're reportedly doing it because a fucking Egyptian mummy told you to because they didn't believe in Jesus, so...
Oh, God.
There's something wrong with these fucking people. There really is. There's something about Florida, man.
At least he was dressed.
I guess you could do this in every state. I'm sure if you Google the name of your state, like New Jersey, in today's day, you'll probably find a New Jersey man too. It can't just be Florida. Florida just does some dumb shit, but they don't have the most crime, I don't think. Would you rather live in a place where dumb shit happens or fucking Trenton, New Jersey? Like, where the fuck would you rather live? Daytona Beach, Florida, where you could see like a naked Florida man drunk fight an alligator with a toothpick in his hand?
It's an everyday occurrence down there.
Or like you fucking go to your mailbox with a fucking riot shield in your hand. I mean, what would you rather have? So, I don't know, but good job with your segment, by the way. And happy birthday to you from us in Florida, man. Ready to get some topics here?
Mm-hmm.
I got some really good ones here, and they're all probably going to piss you off. And a couple of these were sent in. Let's start off with this one here. So, our friend, you guys may remember, Dr. Russ came on the show last summer, and we had a very nice conversation about COVID-19 and how much of a fraud this whole thing was. Found something really interesting and sent this in. It's like, you should talk about this in a show. So here it is. So Dr. Leanna Wen, everyone knows who the hell she is. She was the one of the front faces on COVID for the whole time we were getting scammed. She's being slammed now after admitting there has been overcounting of COVID deaths. Ooh, boy, what a fucking shocker. Funny thing was I was reading the comments like I normally do at the bottom of these videos, and people are still fighting about this as if this is up for debate. But that this never happened or it did happen. There's no debate. You know, we were fucking lied to about everything. But anyway, CNN medical analyst and Washington Post columnist Dr. Leanna Wynn admitted in a column on Friday that the medical community is overcounting the amount of COVID deaths and hospitalizations. So she writes an occasional piece of shit column on the Post, providing her observations on the pandemic, masking and other COVID-related subjects. Cited sources claiming that most patients diagnosed with COVID are actually in a hospital for some other illness instead. We are overcounting COVID deaths and hospitalizations, and that is a problem. People were hitting her on Twitter, and now you can do this. You can actually call people out on their bullshit because someone who somewhat believes in free speech, so far so good, he's doing a good job, lets people actually call these people out without them getting shadow banned and deleted. You can actually see this shit. They were saying, bitch, where were you 2.5 years ago? They were just, the whole time, just fucking railing on this poor, poor woman who did nothing wrong, apparently. But they're saying that the COVID deaths, only about 30% of the deaths they reported were because of COVID. So if you look at that big number, it gets real small. You cut it in half and then almost cut that in half. That's just to give you an idea how many fucking deaths they lied about. And that's why they wanted us in their fucking houses. It's locked up. Now they're doing the reparations thing. This shit is all tied together. It's all tied together, you know, and it's, what they're trying to do is a social, like, scoring system, basically, where you rank on this ladder of how they feel about you and what boxes you check off of their pre-approved list already. That's what you get. I'm thinking the money system's broken. They keep printing money and we're just screwed. They're going to go to a cashless society. I think that's what they're really going to push for in the next couple of years. And what they're going to do is they're going to issue credits. I mean, if you're white and over 50, you're probably going to get fucking $10 a month to feed yourself because you're not in that class. If it would have happened right now, you know, they're really going to fucking do something right now where they're going to enslave people without enslaving them. Just fucking really dark times we're going to be seeing here. And it's all because of this fucking lied about number, COVID. Fucking 30% of what they were through. That little ticker that was on the TV. Remember that shit? Anytime you're watching CNN, the number's going up and up and up. Deaths since COVID started every fucking 5 seconds you'd see on the screen, even during commercials. You cut that shit in half. And then you almost cut that almost all the way in half, that number. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's just such bullshit, man. How do you feel about it?
I ignore it, man.
They're fine. Well, I mean, it's just, we've been talking about this since the beginning.
I know, so, I mean...
We're not smart people. We're not geniuses. How come we saw this coming a mile away? And these quote-unquote doctors. And you know what? And I'm not saying we know more than these people. That's the scary thing, is I know I don't know more than these people. That's what scares me. Because if I can say this shit and see it, and they're also, oh, I didn't know that could happen. I didn't know the shot was killing. But I could see it. They know. They knew.
People are too trusting.
They knew. They're just stupid. They don't want to do their own research. They're walking around with their fucking heart leaking like a fucking toilet and shit, man. Fucking hell. It's terrible. Whatever, man. Whatever.
I don't know.
So I got one here for you. This is one that's going to brighten your day. There's a Children's Hospital gender program navigator touting giving uteruses from live donors to trans women.
What's wrong with you? Are people sending this stuff to you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what the fuck's wrong with you people, man?
Giving uteruses from live donors to trans women. If it wasn't supposed to happen that way because your body was never capable of doing it, there's a reason for that. Why are we... This is this kind of stuff that you hear about happening at the end times, is when people try creating life, changing the concept of life and what life is. Like that's not in our hands. It's not our power. We don't have that power to do that shit. And they're going about some of the most sinister methods to get their fucking point across, that they can do whatever they want because they think they're gods. In their mind, that's what they are. So you start fucking cutting people's body parts off and doing this and doing that, and boys are girls and girls are boys, and then you start doing this shit, taking live uteruses from women that can have a uterus because it's theirs, and then you're putting it in a fucking trans person so they can experience childbirth, which they're never supposed to feel in the first place because you're not fucking capable of it. It's fucking weird shit. What the fuck are we gonna have now? Like babies coming out with fucking goat heads and fucking pigtails? Like a baby comes out,
I don't think if they could have a baby that they would be able to handle it.
No.
They would never, they'd be, oh my God, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Fucking men with a cold dying on the deathbed.
Yeah.
Have a fucking baby.
I don't get it, man.
Please, YouTube that shit. I would love to see it. Oh my God, this is just pathetic.
Yeah, but this is a children's hospital in Pittsburgh. They're under fire after its gender program navigator advocated for helping transgender women get pregnant by giving reproductive organs to them from live donors.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, the community navigator for a youth gender program at the University Hospital discussed the criteria the medical community uses for gender transition in adolescence, as well as a 2018 study on uterine transplants for transgender patients. I mean, that's not your purpose in life. You can't, oh, fucking weird, man. Oh my God. And they said was one area, and this is hard to read, man, this shit, because you're talking about mutilation, like some fucking Frankenstein type shit where you're creating things that shouldn't be done with, things that shouldn't be messed with. So there's one area that had not been looked at before in any serious way was, could the donors be live donors? So this is Allison Simpson. She works in the hospital's pediatric gender and sexual development program, which is perfect position for this woman to have with her fucking weird fucking mental state. It says, live donation has been something the transgender community has talked about for decades. It was really thought about as magical thinking. Simpson said that trans men assigned female at birth will discuss the possibility of giving the reproductive organs to trans females. So people are...
Stupid.
So the boys are becoming the girls, and the girls are becoming the boys. And then the boys are giving the girls his uterus, because I guess that makes sense now. And this fucking weird... You know what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, but how would it work? I don't understand.
So, that's like, you're a guy, I'm a girl now. Because we just said so, you have to give me your uterus so I can have a baby now.
Well, you can't have it.
But I'm a woman and you're a man, so you have to give me your uterus because only women can have babies, right? I mean, isn't that the rules now? You just fucking break the fourth wall and twist reality?
Oh.
So fucking stupid, man. So Simpson, who described coming out as transgender 30 years ago, said the research revealed a majority of trans women would choose to have female physiological experiences such as menstruation and pregnancy with the aid of a vaginal transplant and uterine transplant. Why can't you just call yourself a fucking girl, put on a wig, and just do that? Why do you have to fucking take it a step further? You got to take childbirth from women too. Fucking weirdos.
You're fucking weird, man.
How safe could that be to be a baby coming out of a fucking dude right next to his fucking balls are getting pulled out? What the fuck?
I don't even know how they would equip that to make that work.
It can't. It can't happen. I just don't know what the fuck they're doing. This shit is not supposed to happen. In any decent world, you would be looked at like, why are you fucking sick? Hell, in 1950, you go to a doctor in 1950 and say, hey, I want you to cut my son's dick off. He's going to be a girl. And I'd say, you're fucking sick, ma'am. And then you probably think she had the scarlet fever. I don't know what the fuck. She's got polio. I don't fucking know. Smack her like they do in the TV shows. Ah, man, what do you think about this?
No, I don't like it.
It's just...
I don't understand it. I don't understand how they can do that and how it would work.
I just don't know why this is acceptable. I mean, I can understand them wanting it.
No,
I can understand a trans person wanting it because they're fucking mentally insane. I mean, like I told you about the guy that used to howl at the moon like a wolf.
Tell them no.
Yeah, but you tell them no. It's okay for them to want it, but then you explain to them, no, you cannot have that. Because it's not right. You can't just fucking start carving people up and putting things where they're not supposed to go. It's not the way your body was meant to work, man.
Stupid.
You know what happens if people start playing God and, like fucking toads start falling from the sky and shit? That's what the fuck happens. I'm telling you, man, we're fucking things up too much here. We're just poking the bear. Not good.
Well, an armed mother in Iowa fended off two people who attempted to take her son by drawing her gun, according to reports. Fox station KDSM in Iowa reported that two people, later identified as Michael Ernst Ross, who's 43, and Lori Lynn Potter, who's 57, repeatedly walked in front of the Hubble Tower apartment door on January 5th. Apartment manager Shay Lindbergh, whose son was at her side, eventually opened the door to ask Ross and Potter if there was a problem. Then one of the two attempted to snatch the child, but Lindbergh was armed. How lucky is that?
Mm-hmm.
Sergeant Paul Perizak of the police department told KDSM that this was an example of someone possessing a gun legally and doing something well with the gun.
Oh, nice.
Lindbergh then called Will Hunter of Permar Security Services, who recognized Potter based on the descriptions provided. Hunter called police, provided the names of Ross and Potter, and followed the two until police arrived to take over the situation. According to Polk County jail records, Potter and Ross were booked and charged with felony child stealing on January 5th. Potter was on probation and charged with 2 counts of violating her probation. So just this couple wanted to steal someone's kid. That's fucking scary, man.
Your titties must have been tingling.
Thank God that mom... Oh, she sent it in too? Thank God that mom had a freaking gun to be able to protect her kid.
That was my thought too when I saw this one.
Like, thank goodness, man.
You know what would have happened? Mom loses kid. Men kidnap child, and then maybe child found dead or child never found again. That would have been the other topic.
So scary.
Yeah, that would have been the other topic here, if that woman wasn't armed. So it's you can't demonize guns. You really can't. Guns are a tool. That's all they are. They're a tool.
There was a story last week too about some guy in a restaurant. I don't know, the restaurant got robbed or whatever, and the customer stood up and had a gun.
Yeah, we talked about this one the other day.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we talk about it? See, I've been out of it.
I listened to me. As usual.
I was sick all freaking week, you jackass.
I was sick too. I had it in me.
No, you didn't.
Well, you know what the worst part for me was about the whole COVID thing? Was that my
Feeling
edibles.
left out?
No, my edibles just weren't working. That was the only thing. And it was like, all right, well, this is the worst possible sickness. So COVID was terrible for me. Yeah, I mean, seriously, it was the worst. Like, my edibles just did not work. I don't know what that was going on, but otherwise, I had really no sickness out of it all. I was asymptomatic or whatever. I had no idea. I mean, if you guys weren't sick and I had that, I would not even thought anything about it. I wouldn't even have tested for it or anything. But my edibles weren't working, but they are working now. And I'm talking about, you guys know what I'm getting to. Binoid.com, man, the greatest THC of all time, I'm telling you. The best product I've ever had is by this company. They make the best capsules. I use 25 milligrams. I'm on about 3 of them right now. So you guys can tell I'm just kind of spaced out. But I feel good and focused, and I'm always happy. Oh, here we go. She's singing. Will you stop? I'm doing a commercial here, damn. So anyway, this is the best product ever. And I want you guys to go to Binoid.com. That's Binoid.com, where you can check out the greatest pre-rolls, flour, wax dabs, gummies, all sorts of stuff. Sour, diesel, patch kids. They've got the vapes. They've got the stuff that I take, the capsules. They got Sour Patch. What the hell are those things?
Treats.
Rice Krispie treats, thank you, and the brownies as well. I can't eat them because they got a lot of carbs in there, but it doesn't matter. You can get your stuff any which way, and you can save some money on it as well by going to use our code nerd at Binoid.com. And Jesus, I'm freaking baked right now. But you know what? I really need it because the past few days have been rough though without this stuff. So I'm happy everything's kicking in. COVID is out the house, I would say. You're feeling pretty normal, right?
Good.
Oh my fucking
so
God.
good.
I wasn't even trying to set you up for that. So you want to hear about this woman who got stabbed for being Chinese? She had the worst day ever.
Oh my God. Why can't people just leave each other alone?
Yeah, this woman named Billie R. Davis, she repeatedly stabbed a teenager, an 18-year-old girl, in the head with a pocket knife while she was waiting for the bus doors to open at the intersection of West 4th Street and the Beeline Trail at around 4:45 p.m. on Wednesday. So, Bloomington Police Department officers responded to the scene, and the victim had blood flowing from her head.
Ew.
She was able to speak to investigators, though, even though she's a pretty bad condition. She was able to talk, so she's going to survive. All right, so a passenger who witnessed the attack reportedly followed Davis off the bus and updated police on her location. So that's a thing. Davis was arrested near the intersection of Kirkwood Avenue and South Washington Street. So race was a factor in why she stabbed her, the affidavit read. Davis made a statement that it would be one less person to blow up our country. So she did it for patriotic reasons, supposedly. According to the affidavits, Davis had the intention to kill the teen, as footage shows her unfolding the knife and stabbing her 7 times in the fucking head, man.
That's horrible.
This bitch would be the greatest zombie ever, man, because 7 stabs as a human, she didn't die. Can you imagine what it would take to kill her as a zombie? She might be the boss. What the fuck, man? So there you go. She's being held without bond. Just for being Chinese, man. She's like one less person to blow up the world.
Probably got one hell of a headache.
Fucking A, you think so? Oh my fucking. You're an asshole with that one. You know that, right? You're a real fucking asshole with that one. Oh, did you see the Britney Spears incident?
Listen, fuck Britney.
Listen, I'm telling you.
I don't care.
She's lost. She's a lost woman.
Go away.
She freaked out at a restaurant and was like slurring and not really making sense.
Yeah. For the last 3 days, she's been all over everything.
And then she was like butt-ass naked on Instagram again.
Yeah.
I knew it. Off. I knew this was going to happen. I called it. The second they stopped the conservatorship, I was like, yeah, it's over for her. And I don't think she's going to live much longer. It's sad to say. I don't really think how can she live much longer living like this? She's obviously on some fucking drug. I don't think she's that crazy where she's just naturally like, she's got to be doing drugs or something. Normal people don't act like that.
Or she needs to be on them.
Maybe.
She probably needs to be on some meds, man, to keep her stable.
But you think the meds make you crazier, though?
Well, sometimes for some people it actually helps.
You think so?
Yes.
I'm not a fan of these at all. So, I'm just not a fan of medication.
Well, I do have a flavored thing.
All right.
Shake Shack. Do we have one of those?
Yeah, we do.
I know we have Steak and Shake.
Oh yes. No, that was what I was thinking about.
Okay, well, Shake Shack, if anyone has... I don't know where the hell this is located. Again, see how, generous I am. I'm helping other people. Is rolling out a dreamsicle shake and a tiramisu shake, both of which are available on menus nationwide for $6. $6.09 for a shake.
Man.
Holy crap, dude.
Well, that's inflation for you.
That better be a big-ass shake. The tiramisu shake features hand-spun tiramisu, frozen custard that's bursting with notes of coffee and creamy mascarpone. It's topped with whipped cream, cocoa, and a ladyfinger. Do you like tiramisu?
I don't even know what the fuck it is, but they should give you $1 off if you can pronounce the fucking drink right when you order it. They should give you a discount for that bitch.
The dreamsicle shake.
You have to ring a bell. He got it. Ding, 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 ding.
The dreamsicle shake, meanwhile, features classic hand-spun vanilla and orange frozen custard with whipped cream and crushed orange candies on top. I love shakes, man. I love shakes. I haven't had a shake in a very, very long time.
Yeah. Well, you'll be getting a lot more next year.
Sonic, they got good shakes, but they're very, very thick. You have to sit there and wait an hour.
Yeah.
For it to freaking melt a little bit so you can actually use a straw.
Yeah.
But Cookout's got some fucking good shakes.
I don't know. But I got a beef with you, by the way, because you actually won another question I asked.
Oh, really?
On one of the shows. Wait, were you done with your thing here?
Yeah, I'm done with the Shake Shack.
I mean, it was unanimous. Not one person had my side about the... Should I suck it up?
Yeah, suck it up. You see them for a couple hours at a time.
I can't. I'd be breaking my New Year's resolution this year to be myself. I can't break my New Year's resolution.
You said
I can't.
It depends on what people would respond to.
Yeah, but then I changed my New Year's resolution.
That's bullshit.
And I don't break them, so I have to stay true to it.
That's some crap, man.
I have to stay true to that this year.
If you had a friend that came down here...
I don't, but that's the thing. I don't have any friends. But if you had
one that I could not stand, I would suck it up so you would actually enjoy yourself and have fun.
But that's the thing. I can't enjoy myself and I can't have fun and I don't have friends. So I'm just a fucking pathetic human being. But Sherry wanted me to let you know something, speaking of friends. She wanted me to let you know that, we talked about your old cats before.
Yeah.
She just wanted me to let you know there's still hope out there. Because this family lost a pet that was lost for 30 years. They found it alive in the attic. 30 fucking years. If I told you would find a pet, I would think Pet Cemetery was going on in this bitch. Right?
30 years? What pet? A turtle?
It's a fucking turtle.
Yeah, I knew it. No animal or dog, no dog or cat are going to live 30 years up in an attic.
It was a tortoise named Manuela. Her family, who lives in Rio de Janeiro, just figured Manuela got out while they were having electrical work done in their house.
What the fuck was she eating?
They searched for it for about 5 seconds and realized it's just a fucking turtle and then went back to their lives. So they just gave up on it. So 30 years later, they were up in the attic looking for shit to throw out. And then they fucking pick up the turtle and it was still moving, man. Now, these things can really only live like 6 months to 3 years without food. They think this one lived by eating termite lava the whole fucking time.
Oh, the poor thing.
There was no water around for this thing hasn't had a drink of water for 30 fucking years. So it was living off of the moisture intake from the insects that it was eating.
That's so sad.
And the thing wasn't even a girl, so they misgendered it for 30 years. It came back out to say I'm a dude because it got checked, and it is a dude, so they named it Manuel. From Manuela. These little bastards live up to 255 years old. Can you imagine 30 of those years were locked in a fucking attic because these fucking idiots?
Well, I'm glad that they found it. And now it's probably going to be thinking it's...
Thanks. I only got
won the
220
lottery.
more to go.
It's no longer going to be thirsty.
Yeah, it's a really cool looking turtle.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
that
pretty sweet
family
looking.
lived there for 30 years is another amazing thing. They never moved.
Yeah, you would think. You would think they would have been there when Biden won the election like the rest of these motherfuckers were, man. Trying to get back in this bitch.
30 fucking years, man.
Yeah.
I know this is the longest I've ever stayed in a place. This house.
Yeah, it's more like a prison, a tomb. I haven't decided yet.
I've always moved. I've never been anywhere more than 5 years.
Yeah. Well, no, I've been waiting for you to get the fuck out. You can leave anytime.
Yeah, well,
anytime you want to go.
That's not happening.
So, Maryland school employee inadvertently emailed sexually explicit photos to the entire student body.
Nice.
Oh, man, who the fuck emails anymore? And like...
Everybody emails. What are you talking about? Schools always email. We get 50 billion of them a day.
But how does a sexually explicit photo end up in a school email? Like, you have to reply, add attachment, click on it, it picks up the thing, confirm it, and then it goes in there. I mean, there's a lot of steps to do it. That's not an easy mistake. They were
their personal computer to do work or something.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
something.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah, they were using their work computer or home computer or something.
So my iPhone sometimes, like, I'll reply from like my personal one, and it'll come through the fucking show email or some shit because you have to pick which one you want to do it from. Sometimes it doesn't make it very clear. All right. So anyway, they issued an apology Friday after the employee accidentally did this dumb shit. Principal Taryn Washington at Dr. Henry A. Wise Junior High School in Prince George's County sent a letter to students' families Friday informing them of the incident, stating the employee inadvertently sent an email to all students containing the photos. So they tried to retract the email, the administrators did, but it was seen by way too many people. Yeah.
Retract it?
You can unsend really quick, but you have like a small window of time. It's like 10 or 15 minutes or some shit. So I'm asking that all students, as responsible online citizens, not share the photos to anybody, is what the teacher said. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they said they'd taken appropriate steps regarding the employee. He probably, I don't know what you do with that guy. They had to hire a mental health clinician. What kind of pictures were these, man? What kind of weird shit was this guy doing? Was it him or was it of stuff? What the fuck? You got a mental counselor? These kids have seen far worse, sir.
Well, how old are the kids? Maybe they haven't. They're high school?
High school. They've seen more. Like the middle school kids have seen worse than that shit, I bet, nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you go to their fucking library, you can see worse happening in their fucking disco rooms. Fucking dudes shaking their asses for them and shit.
God.
This is a weird fucking world, man. It sucks. It really does.
Well, I have one more flavor thing. Okay? And it's Girl Scout time. So, Girl Scouts across the country are setting up stands once again and will continue selling their lineup of iconic cookies through April. That lineup does have one new addition in 2023, the Raspberry Rally.
Mm.
That does not sound good, but I don't like raspberry. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
This new cookie looks very similar to the Thin Mint, which I love, with a chocolatey coating, but underneath is a pink raspberry flavored crispy cookie. This is also the only cookie sold by Girl Scouts this year to be sold exclusively online and shipped directly to your home. So if you want this freaking new cookie, you gotta order online.
I get that shit quick, man.
This new method will allow Girl Scouts to learn new skills and build their e-commerce business, according to the organization. So the Raspberry Rally, anyone wants to buy those, make sure you get your ass on that website quick, because Girl Scout cookies sell it quick, man.
Oh, shit.
I love Girl Scout cookies. Thin Mint, the freaking shortbread ones, and then there's both peanut butter ones, but the chocolate peanut butter one is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called. What the fuck is it called? Tagalong?
Tagalong, yeah, that's the
that
peanut butter one, right? Yeah. With like the soft cookie on the inside.
Holy shit,
yeah,
so
those are good. I feel like the quality of those went down over the years, though. I used to love them when I was a kid, and then as they got older, I just didn't like them anymore.
No, they're always really good, except for the price goes up and the box gets smaller.
Yeah.
Like, you open it up and you're like, whoa, where's all the cookies at? I just paid $10. There's like 10 cookies in here.
I mean, what would you rather have? I mean, they're both equally bad, obviously, but would you rather have inflation or shrinkflation, where they shrink and charge the same price? Or give you the same size but make it cost more?
It's the same goddamn thing.
I like the other idea better. I like paying the same price for less because, if anything, it'll teach Americans portion fucking control for once.
They ain't gonna teach me no portion control. I'll just buy more.
Shit. That's the thing, though, man. Like we need a real discussion about public health. That's what we fucking need. Like, we need to get healthy. We need to stop putting all this processed shit in our food. We need to start diets so I can get people healthy the right way.
I need some Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, maybe you can make maybe they can make some
go,
keto.
Man.
Well, the thing is if you got rid of sugar tomorrow and we just banished sugar, people's taste buds would change forcefully. But then once you had something that wasn't sugar, you'd be like, "This is fucking better than before." It is. It gets better. What were you saying?
I was just trying to sit here and think. I don't think we've ever seen Girl Scouts selling cookies around here.
I have.
We have?
Yeah.
We've seen the Boy Scouts. They
I've seen
go
the Girl
and sell
Scouts.
the popcorn.
Yeah, they sell them in front of that same store. They've done that. I've seen the cheerleading team. They do the car wash one. They actually do a lot of that shit. Like the high school does it at our high school bias. They do all sorts of stuff down here. They didn't do that where I was living. Up in Jersey, they never had stuff like that. Like car washes, like stuff you see in like an 80s movie.
Yeah.
Fucking like weird, like old fucking men perverts would show up in the movies. Like, hey girls, like, get the fuck out of here, you weirdos. But in the movies, they glorified it back then. Now they're trying to bring it back. Fucking weirdos. Either the fucking weirdos or they're assholes. I can't tell the difference yet. Probably a little bit of both, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So I know you're ready for this segment. And I'm ready for it too, because I don't know what the hell it is. It's been a miserable past fucking few days for me. It really has been. I haven't been in the mood to do shit. Seriously. I just don't know what the hell it is. Just haven't been caring, and it's just because it's that time of the year. I'm thinking that could be it. I haven't put my finger on it yet. Like, what the hell's been wrong with me the past few days? But it's just, I just not been in the mood for shit at all. Like,
we're in
nothing.
a funk, people.
Yeah.
We're in a funk in this house.
Yeah. I'm thinking once like the illness finally
I need
leaves.
spring. I need my 70-degree weather back.
Well, no one's sick anymore, right?
So depressing.
I think everyone's now officially over this little crap bullshit sickness.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. So there you go. We are now vaccinated, people, by nature. So you're welcome. Why this is your favorite segment, I forgot. I've been trying to figure it out all day.
What's the last one, you stupid ass? Let's go.
All right, the person wants to know, am I the asshole for refusing to do makeup on a client because of their skin?
Oh, God.
So I want to ask you this because obviously you're a woman. You know about this stuff. So this person says, I'm 34 years old and live in the U.S. I'm a professional makeup artist and I work for a small company that provides makeup to people for things like weddings, prom, photo shoots, etc. Basically, I do their makeup for them. I've had this job for the past 10 years. First of all, let me clarify that this has nothing to do with skin tone or race. I don't want to mislead with my title. This was over skin texture condition.
Ew, I cannot, I'm picturing like the worst type of skin ever.
Ugh. I had a client yesterday who I assume was between 16 and 18 years old that wanted makeup done for a school dance. She made the appointment through the company I worked for and I didn't meet her or see her at all before she came in to get her makeup done. Well, long story short, her skin was in terrible condition and I didn't feel comfortable putting makeup on it. She had a lot of open wounds on her face, which I assume were acne scars, some of them with literal dried blood smeared on her face.
No, okay, man, why did you pick the grossest one?
I didn't know it was this gross. She also had a rash around her eyes and mouth. I still don't know what that even was, but it was light red patches around her eyes and mouth. Yeah, she probably got fucking the clap. I was genuinely worried she might have a skin condition or something that's contagious. And her face had blood on it, which I don't want on my tools. Yes, my company sanitizes everything, and I know if it's done properly, nothing should spread. But to be honest, it still freaked me out to put makeup brushes over her blood and what I think was a rash. They later used those same brushes on other clients. It just didn't sit well with me. I also don't think makeup on her skin would be good for her in general. Foundation going on open wounds isn't necessarily recommended and might have made her skin even worse. Tried to be very nice with the girl and explain that due to her open wounds, I couldn't do her makeup because of risk of infection. I made it seem like my only concern was her own skin care health, which I didn't want to seem mean and basically say, I don't want you spreading diseases around to my clients. I was very careful with my words and honestly did my absolute best not to offend her, but I still had to be firm in the fact that I wasn't comfortable doing her makeup. The company even offered her a full refund and offered to waive the cancellation cost, but she insisted she needed her makeup done. My manager ended up sort of siding with me and not forcing me to do it, but talked to her and asked if she'd be okay with just eyeshadow and not a full face, which I didn't really want to do, but if she agreed to that, I just would have done it. She kept insisting on a full face and made a scene, ended up calling me a bitch and a Karen before storming out. Should I have just done her makeup and not said anything? Am I an asshole?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. That's gross. Yeah, but that's your job. You're hired to do it.
It's pretty fucking gross, man. That's your job, but there is limitation, because aren't they private contractors?
Is there, though? That she didn't say that was listed. There are rules and blah, 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 blah. She didn't say any of that. She said she didn't feel like doing it.
I mean, if you got open... I mean, there has to be something about open wounds and gashes and shit. I mean, you can't come in there with like your head fucking pulsing.
Yeah, I don't know. That's gross.
I just don't know who would... I mean...
But she's also a teenager, for God's sake. She can't, like, I don't know. It's a poor kid.
She's probably... I mean, she sounds dirty, so she probably has no idea. She's probably clueless, because a lot of people that are dirty like that don't even know they're dirty. They think it's normal. She probably walked there with her head all fucked up and thinking the girls are all fucked up under their makeup, too. Make me look like you. I don't fucking know, man. That's pretty sad. I feel bad for that girl. I do, because she's not taken care of very well. People just didn't take care of her, I bet, man. It's a sad story. But that's a tough one if you call her an asshole or not. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I was a makeup artist. I don't think I'd feel comfortable touching someone's face. They had dried blood on them. I mean, that's... Especially in the world we live in now. You gotta be careful with all that shit.
I think she's exaggerating.
I don't know.
Dried blood and stuff. I don't believe this bitch. I really don't.
You don't believe it's that bad? I think she just didn't... You've never seen people like that in person?
Well, Jenna had acne problem.
I know.
But, like, that, I mean... It's...
Maybe the girl was picking on her face and shit and was all scared.
Yeah, I don't know. That's your job. Like, I don't... Suck it up, man.
I don't know. I see... It's tough because you got to think of it that way. I mean, do you think she's an asshole for not doing her job?
I don't quite believe everything that she's saying.
Nah, I do because I've seen people like that, and some people have the audacity to fucking act like that in public too. Like, bitch, you look like Freddy Krueger. What the fuck am I supposed to do with your face?
That's mean, man. It's a kid.
You know what you do? You say, all right, go ahead, and you put her in a chair. You tell her to close her eyes. You put the fucking thing around her neck, you know. And then you grab a slingshot, you get some powder, and you just fucking shoot it right in her face and say, all right, you're done. See you later. That's the only way you're covering that face up, man.
That's horrible.
That's the only... But you got to make sure it's wet first so it sticks. Just make sure her face is nice and wet first.
Oh, my God.
I don't know. I guess you got to say she's an asshole. It's her job. So, I mean, if they're paying you to do it...
Yeah, that's her fucking job. And she didn't say... Listen, I understand, but she didn't say anything about there being rules... I couldn't do it because it was against the rules, or we have protocol, or blah blah blah. Like, she didn't say any of that. She said, I didn't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter what you feel like doing. You're getting paid to do it. Yeah. So fucking suck it up and do it. I don't like this bitch. I think she exaggerated a little bit because she was trying to get, like, people on her side. Get the hell out of here. It's your fucking job. Suck it up and do it. That's it.
That's a tough one.
That's it. Whatever. And really, they use the same brushes on everybody? I've never had my makeup professionally done, so I guess I never really thought about it. But I wouldn't want
the same brush.
The same. I don't know. But I never thought about that. I always just figured that they're like doctors that just use like brand new tools every time.
Anything doctors do, you see them pick of their fucking nose.
I don't know. I never thought about that because I know like hair brushes and stuff they put in like the blue liquid. to sterilize it. But makeup brushes, yuck, dude. I wouldn't want someone's makeup brush on me. No, that's weird.
I fucking hate makeup anyway. I really do hate makeup because you don't know what the fuck you're getting, man. It's like you think you're getting one thing and then makeup comes off and you're...
I don't mind makeup. I used to love wearing makeup.
Like, what the fuck is it? See, I would rather see a woman without her makeup because that's what you know they look like. And then you start getting all dolled up and shit and do what the fuck you gotta do. I don't get it, man. It's like, who are you trying to fuck? Why you gotta dress up like that going out to get the damn mail, you bitch?
Makeup's nice.
I don't know.
I don't know. I've always liked it.
I don't know. I was never a fan, but I mean, teach their own now. So what are we saying on this person? Because this is a tough
asshole.
one. Think so?
Yes. Yep.
If it's as bad as she says, I'm going to have to take her word for it. I'm going to take her word and say she's not an asshole. But you're right, because this is your segment, so you always have the right of way here.
And if this truly happened, then maybe that manager needs to, like, revamp their website and put rules up and stuff like that.
I mean, you would think that's a common sense rule.
If there's an if there's an appointment, like, email a picture of the person when you're making an appointment or something. Like, what skin tone do you, like, what condition do you have? Do you have oily skin? Do you have dry skin? Blah blah blah. Before, I don't know. I'm saying she's an asshole. There are things that could have been done.
Yeah, I'm saying she's not. But you're right. Of course, you're right there. Old kowtow to you.
Fuck you, you bitch. Just do your damn job.
I don't know if that was directed at me or the person.
No, the stupid bitch.
Oh, jeez, it wasn't me for once. All right. So tonight's a big football game I'll be watching tonight. You got the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. This is going to be a terrible game that both teams are going to try to lose, and I think the Cowboys are going to win. I think they're going to win. I don't think this one's going to be close, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be very sloppy, but the Cowboys can score more than 17 points. They've proven that on multiple occasions. The Buccaneers are just fucking garbage this year. I don't see them doing it. Tom Brady's fucking done. He's going to go to Las Vegas, I think, next year. He's going to play. He's going to be a Raider, people. That's my prediction.
Retire, dude.
Hey, if this is all you got, this is all you got in life. You don't have millions of dollars. I mean, he could have had a supermodel wife. He fucking lost her, and now he's gonna have another supermodel wife. Oh, boo hoo, boo fucking who, Tom Brady, boo fucking who.
I guess if that's all you have is your football, right?
That's
like,
it.
what the fuck are you gonna do?
I mean, he's got a great family. He's got all the money in the world. He just wants. The guy just likes to compete. He likes to compete, man. You can't fault him for that. He's giving old guys like me a chance, man. That we still can do something in our old age. We get off our fucking asses and train like a maniac. What do you got going on?
Nothing.
Nothing? Not going to be watching anything?
No.
All right. Well, tell me where you can find us.
You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms and voiceofmiserypodcast at gmail.com.